Hey, this is Terry, and you're listening to episode 225.
Welcome to TerryWilson3.com.
Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Get ready to discover, develop, and monetize your skills and talents with Terry Wilson.
Thank Christopher B. This is Terry Wilson, and you are listening to TerryWilson3.com. Listen, this coming Monday night at 9 p.m., that's March the 6th at 9 p.m., we're having a special webinar live training. Would love to have you. You can ask any questions you want. I'll be there as long as you want. I'm going to show you how you can take your career, your income, your lifestyle to the next level. You can fire your boss. You can become your own person if you want. You can work where you're at if you like, and I can show you how to leverage some things to make more money where you're at. Wherever your goals are, wherever you want to go, I'm going to give you the tools, the training, the technology to go to the next level and stop going in circles and start going in cycles. There's nothing wrong with repeating some of the same challenges. I might see this challenge here today, and I don't mind seeing it again as long as the next time I see it, I'm at this level. And that's what it's all about. And I want to show you how to do that. I want to give you the training on how to do that. I want to show you how you can go on vacation literally for a month, come back and have more money in your checking account than when you left. If you think that's just pie in the sky, hocus pocus, good thoughts, good vibes, but never could happen, I want to show you exactly how it's happening for me, and it's happening for hundreds of other people. We live in a great time period. We live in a time where if you want to step out, if you would like to take your value proposition, if you would like to take your story and take it to the next level, you can, because the internet is the great equalizer. You don't have to go, hey, radio station, hey, TV station, hey, newspaper, hey, whatever. Will you allow me to put my products, my goods, and my services out there? You can put them out there tomorrow. And the only thing you have to do is develop the value that you offer inside of that product, that good, that service, offering your brand, who you are. I've always said,
lay it out there, be yourself. Marketing is what you do, but branding is who you are.
And of course, I've got new toys here in the studio, as you can hear, talking on the new Heil PR40. They were kind enough to send this out to us, and we love it, along with a bunch of other new recording equipment and studio equipment that we've upgraded and updated our system with. But today, I want to talk to you about a truth that I have long time subscribed to and thought about, and I really believe this. And I'm going to use President Trump as the illustration. And I want you to know, whatever your politics are, just check them at the door, because this has nothing to do with politics. I want to talk to you about a principle that I believe is the number one principle when it comes to communicating with other people, whether you're eloquent or you're not. I don't consider myself the most eloquent person in the world. I don't consider myself the greatest communicator in the world. But there's one underlying principle that I try to base everything I do on. And you as an individual who is wanting, and you're listening obviously to this podcast because you want to learn how to take your products, your goods, your services, your business, your life, your lifestyle. You want to improve it. You're wanting to develop it. You're wanting the skill sets needed to go there. So you're motivated in that arena. And so this principle I'm talking about is the principle of, so many times you can say something to someone and they're very quick, and I'm sorry, that's my computer going off there. They're very quick to forget everything you said, because data, content that's shared a lot of times is forgotten about unless it's wrapped around this one thing, and that's making people feel something. Good, bad, ugly, indifferent. When people make you mad, you don't remember what they said. You just remember they ticked you off. When people make you happy, you remember. When people have an impact and an influence on you emotionally, you remember. So Maya Angelou once said, people are very quick to forget what you say, but they will always remember how you make them feel. And there was a moment that you probably, if you saw the address to Congress that President Trump did, there was a moment where even his political opponents, people that are ideologically opposed to him. I mean, just 180 degrees out of phase with him on networks that have been overly critical, super critical. You might agree with them, or you might think they're, the worst thing in the world. It doesn't matter. The fact is, he's done his thing, and they're challenging it every step of the way, right, wrong, or indifferent. And even the people that are disagreeing with him on networks that would not be necessarily friendly to his cause had to admit and had to come to the point where this right here, if he continues to do this, he's going to be president for another 4 years and could even have his administration advance even beyond, because it was so powerful. I want to play that for you right now. Check it out.
We are blessed to be joined tonight by Corinne Owens, the widow of U.S. Navy Special Operator, Senior Chief William Ryan Owens. Ryan died as he lived, a warrior and a hero, battling against terrorism and securing our nation. I just spoke to our great General Mattis just now, who reconfirmed that, and I quote, "Ryan was a part of a highly successful raid that generated large amounts of vital intelligence that will lead to many more victories in the future against our enemy." Ryan's legacy is etched into eternity. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Didn't unmute my microphone. I'm still learning all these new toys. But whether you like what happened, don't like what happened, it's irrelevant what you think about the politics there. But it's undebatable that it was a very powerful moment, because I've cut the video. If I go right back to the video, you're going to see they are still clapping. They are still applauding. It was a very powerful moment because the subject matter brought and evoked feelings of patriotism, feelings of pride, feelings of honor, all of these feelings that we have toward people who lay down their life every day for us so that we can enjoy what we have. You can't be human. You can't be, what I would consider a good citizen of this nation without feeling, a sense of pride, a sense of honor, because this person did what they did for you and I. And so that cuts through ideological spectrums. And the point of the matter is, when we're talking about it in business, you and I, and we all, if we want to have an impact, an influence on people that will get them to buy into what we are selling, buy into our brand, convert their current services over to our services. If we want to be able to have that, then the first thing we have to have is influence. And influence comes about through rapport and authority. Rapport and authority. The reason why that worked right there is because rapport means I empathize with you. I understand you. I get where you're coming from. I want to let you know and let the world know that I embrace where you are at. And by the president honoring that person, by the president of putting them out on display. Now, I know there's critics that says, well, they're being used as a prop. Okay. That's fine. Other presidents have done the exact same thing as well. So, I mean, good, bad, or indifferent, it's done. So I'm not going to get into that. But the point of the matter is, by putting it on display, just to use the critics' point of view there, it still conveyed this one thing. I empathize with you and I honor you. And by doing that, rapport was built. And not only with that person, but other people in the country that feels the same thing, regardless of their politics. All of a sudden, they're on the same page as a person, in this case, the president, who may or may not, they see eye to eye or have seen eye to eye on certain situations. Rapport was built right there. He built rapport with everyone who is listening, even the people, if they're going to be honest, if they're going to be honest at all, even if they hate the man, even if they think he's the worst thing in the world, they have to understand, okay, this person here did something for me, and there's their spouse, and you can see her looking up to heavens and saying, I love you, baby. Everybody on an emotional level got it. And by the president using that, he built rapport with people, rapport and authority. He had authority to say it. He's the president of the United States. He had a platform. He had the ability to communicate that. He has, now you might disagree with the facts. I know it's always a tussle of right, wrong, what's truth, what's alternative truth, all this other stuff. I'm not getting into that. But in that position, he had authority to speak on behalf of the nation, on behalf of a service, on behalf of what happened. He qualified it in his opinion, and his opinion carries weight because he's the commander in chief, that this was a success, this was that. I've spoken, in other words, he comes from a place of authority. When he has rapport and when he has authority and he speaks something on those two levels, you are going to influence people. You just are. We can learn something as people of marketing people, of people who are entrepreneurs, of people who want to learn how to have a greater impact on people. Right there, it was illustrated for you. You've got to have rapport. You got to have authority. Rapport, I empathize with you. Authority, I know what I'm talking about. I have the facts. I have the insight. I have the stature to say this. This is huge. And what we're going to be talking about Monday night, if you want to come out, and then if you don't come, oh, by the way, I didn't even mention this. I'm giving away, and matter of fact, I'll put it in a video right here. I'm going to have to do it after production. But I'm giving away a Behringer X-Air X18 18-channel digital console. Now that is a huge mouthful for me to say, but if you want a free digital console to be able to start recording podcasts like this, then you're getting one for free. If you come out, I'm going to show you how. We're running a contest that night. I'll announce what you've got to do. But if you do, and you're the first one to jump into this contest, we are going to give you a $450 digital console to help you launch your business. Because if you can get your message out, and that's what I want to be talking about, how to use these tools in a way that speaks to what you like to speak about, in the genre you like to speak about, the genre that you can build rapport and authority. When you can do that, you're going to have a great influence. I put a bunch of sort of sound console things together with my little Alesis iDock here, because I would have people call in at times or speak to me when they called the company, and they would hear me and they'd say stuff like,
"This is the Terry Wilson. Really? I'm excited, Terry. All right, I want to get started here. I can't believe that it."
The whole point was not to toot my own horn, but just to say, these are people that have been listening to my podcast for several years. And then they speak to me personally, and all of a sudden, you know, they've got me up here. They have placed authority in me. They've placed trust in me because I've taken the time to build rapport with them. They've listened to me about things that I'm struggling with in my business. They've listened to me about things that I'm accomplishing in my business. And because of that, I've built this rapport. They've given me authority to speak to them. My authority to speak to them comes from them. And all of a sudden, they call in, and I guess they're expecting to speak to, who knows who, and they're speaking to me, and they're making, comments like,
"Hey, this is Tony."
Hey, Tony, this is Terry Wilson with TerryWilson3.com. How are you?
Dude, you personally are calling me back? That's just insane. I'm freaking you out a little bit, dude.
Don't be. I'm just a regular guy from South Carolina.
Is this a celebrity, Terry Wilson?
Oh, my word.
How you doing, sir?
So these are just some conversations I've had over the last several months. And the point is, when you build your brand, when you use these tools the way we show you to use them, and you do them in a way that you're pouring value into others, you can't help but succeed. You can't help but to take your business, your money, your life to the next level. But you've got to get started. You can't just, I was speaking Sunday at my local church, my home church, and I told them the same thing I've said many times in webinars. I've never met anyone successful that just fell on the top of a mountain. People that are on the mountaintops, they have spent a lifetime climbing there. And they don't let setbacks pull them back. They don't let disappointments get them off course. Sometimes I'm going up this mountain, and this is the wrong strategy to get up there, and I have to back up a little bit and go around that obstacle. But that's okay. I'm going in cycles. I'm not going in circles on the same level. Come out Monday night, 9 p.m., March the 6th. I want to show you how you can take your money, your business, your life, everything you do and touch to the next level. Hey, remember, if you want to go to the next level, you have to grow to the next level. And that's why I want to give you a free copy of my new book, You Are Worth More. Go to terrywilson3.com/worthmore now.
Thank you for listening to our show today at terrywilson3.com. If you would like more information on how we can take your money, your business, and your life to the next level, then please visit us online at terrywilson3.com or call 800-673-1728.
Man, it's a great system here. This is good stuff here. I wish I found this company 10 years ago.